From being faster than a speeding bullet to leaping over buildings in a single bound, Superman has quite a few powers. But did you know that he actually has more? Yeah, and these are getting weird. Oh, just you wait. That's what we're exploring today. Let's do it. In a 10 shape-shifting face, Superman possesses an incredible level of control over all of his muscles, which at one point allowed him to alter the shape of his face and even transform his entire body. The remarkable ability is showcased in Action Comics number 55 and several other Golden Age stories, but in his early adventures, Superman used this power to assume various disguises, such as mimicking disgraced athletes or adopting the appearance of extraterrestrial creatures. Given the extent of the shape-shifting ability though, it raises the question, why would he choose to conceal his identity with glasses when he's able to transform his entire being? But the answer to that question is complicated. While Superman's shape-shifting ability grants him remarkable disguise potential, he primarily relies on Clark Kent to protect the identity. But the real reason behind how this is so effective will be explained in a minute. And at 9, explosion containment. In the Flashpoint Paradox, Superman joins forces with the Flash and other heroes to rescue him from Professor Zoom and Rogues. As Zoom threatens to destroy Central City with powerful bombs attached to Flash and the other rogues, the heroes come up with a plan. They split up, each taking a rogue and moving to defuse the bombs at a safe distance. Superman takes on Heatwave and positions him at a cliff. With his superhuman strength, Superman just grabs the bomb and covers it with his bare hands and then contains the explosion. The rest of Team Flash defuses the bomb successfully and saves Flash, but Superman's just like, I got this, don't worry, boom! It's impressive, but I mean, yeah, it would make sense, but also the fact that you had to hold your hands together hella hard for that to not leak out the sides, that's impressive. That's a power in and of itself. In a Master Builder, this is where it starts getting weird. In the 1987 film Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, there is a scene where Nuclear Man damages the Great Wall of China. Upon witnessing the destruction, Superman merely gazes at the debris, and within moments, the wall is miraculously restored. This power is often overlooked, but yeah, Superman is able to repair objects or structures just by looking at them, like a master builder from the Lego movie. The reason why this is actually a thing is not really understood. It's very, very specific, so it's literally never mentioned again. Because I mean, also, the Great Wall of China is not really part of Superman's daily patrol. While he protects the world from imminent threats, he can also cut the union workers' time in half. So there you go. Maybe that's something to look out for, government. The unique power of just rebuilding objects through looking at them is just so dumb. But again, it would have been useful in the Lego Batman movie. Bruce could have used your help there, Soups. Also, it just clicked that the Lego movie is canon in the Spider-Verse now, which means that we have yet another link between Marvel and DC. In at 7, mind control. In a daring series of events, in Superman number 45 from 1947, the alien race known as the Collectors unleashes their power of invisibility to disrupt a boxing match and abduct Biff the Unbeatable. Their audacity continues as they capture atomic scientist John Henders during a crucial presentation, followed by the abduction of a beauty contest participant and judge, Lois Lane, and then finally, millionaire Herkimer Ingot falls victim to their grasp within the confines of his own damn home. Superman ends up getting captured, or lets himself get captured, because during his imprisonment, he uses his telepathic abilities to coerce his captors into revealing the device that grants them interdimensional travel. He then uses this to break free from his cell, turns himself into a collector, so with the aid of that dimension-hopping device, Superman transports himself to the 3rd dimension. He then also destroys the machine, ensuring the collector's abduction thing comes to an end. And at 6, self-cloning. In the pages of 1958 Superman number 125, an unusual encounter with an alien ship leads to the loss of Superman's usual powers. Instead, he discovers 2 peculiar abilities: the power to emit rainbow beams from his fingertips, and the ability to create a miniature version of himself from the palm of his hand. While the rainbow beams had their limitations, Superman relied heavily on his little clones to perform tasks requiring his usual strength. It comes as no surprise that Superman does eventually get his powers back. Superman found little reason after that to really use the rainbow beams and his mini-me. It's reasonable to assume that he could also keep these powers. Why would you rely on those when you can use frickin' heat vision? The fact that they only really showed up once does limit their use, their functionality, and the fact that no one freaking remembers it. Halfway through into number 5, amnesia kisses. This also explains quite a lot. In the 1980 film Superman 2, an intriguing aspect of Superman's powers is revealed. Through his kisses, apparently he has the ability to selectively erase memories from another person's mind. In a memorable scene, Clark Kent, portrayed by Christopher Reeves, uses this power to make Lois Lane forget the events of the entire movie. The connection between kissing and memory manipulation is left unexplained. The film doesn't really delve into the mechanics of the ability because it only uses it once and then no one ever mentions it again, but I'd be convinced that it just kind of helps his mind control thing, because when you're kissing someone, you're in quite a vulnerable place. Nevertheless, the outcome is questionable, and Superman's kisses have the power to alter and remove memories apparently, but it serves a narrative purpose It's used to resolve certain story elements, but like, I don't know. It keeps Clark's identity secret from Lois, but like, what the hell? In at 4, Super Dance. Superman's abilities also extend beyond super strength. He has demonstrated finesse and grace on the dance floor when the situation demands it. In a display of his versatile skills, he utilized his strength and smooth moves to create vibrations, effectively disarming a set of concealed bombs. Remarkably, he accomplished this feat without attracting attention or compromising his secret identity, which is why he was doing the dance, because he didn't want to reveal that he was Superman, but still, it's an unexpected combination of power and dancing that actually kind of showcases Superman's adaptability and resourcefulness. Like, he was harnessing his strength and translating it into dance moves, and used that to generate the necessary vibrations to neutralize hidden bombs. Like, it allows him to maintain his cover, and he handled the dangerous situation discreetly. God, that's... Getting close to the end, into number 3, Symbol Toss. Superman 2, yet again one of the standout Superman films, does introduce some peculiar scenes. Like I said before, you know, the whole kissing thing. But in this movie, General Zod and his cohorts, Non and Ursa, attempt to conquer the world, leading to an intense battle in Fortress of Solitude. During the confrontation though, Superman surprises everyone by tearing the emblem off his suit and hurling it at Non, naring the Kryptonian in like a cellophane trap. The fact that you're able to use the symbol in such a manner is just one of the most surreal and possibly even debated moments in Superman lore, especially because he throws it, but like in that scene the symbol is still on his chest. The mechanics of it remain ambiguous, and that's probably for the best, but I don't know. It looks like it's made out of plastic, but also it's freaking cling film, and then it gains strength enough to detain Non, and then it just vanishes when he's done with it. I don't know where they were going with that one, but hey, if it works, it works. But ultimately, into number 2, Magic Glasses. In a peculiar turn of events depicted in 1978's Superman number 330, it's revealed that Superman's Kryptonian biology, when combined with the glass of his eyeglasses, possesses the uncanny ability to hypnotize individuals, making them perceive Clark Kent as an entirely different person, distinct from the Man of Steel. That's why he doesn't need to change his whole face. This unique power could also be referred to as like secret identity vision. However, as this storyline involving the magic glasses and their hypnotic effects didn't really gain much traction because, I mean, the explanation was kind of unnecessary and didn't really make sense. It quickly faded into obscurity because of that, being rarely mentioned or revisited. And then to further distance it, the Crisis on Infinite Earths Absolute Edition provided a comprehensive overview of the multiverse, explicitly designating this story as taking place on an alternate Earth. But it was still a thing. It was still a thing in the main canon for a while, and explains why he didn't need to change his face. And finally, into number 1, Caller ID. Superman once possessed an ability that can only be described as both a secret and utterly useless. Through use of his telepathic powers, the Man of Steel showcased the capacity to identify callers on the other end of a telephone line. In today's world where caller ID is a standard feature, this power is completely obsolete. It's like akin a slingshot to kill Darkseid. It held some relevance during that time because technology was less advanced. There was no caller ID, and telepathic feats actually seemed like it made sense, but as the world progressed and communication tech evolved, didn't really need it anymore. There you go, guys. If you want to know more about weird powers from your favorite superheroes, be sure to click the video that's popping up on screen because these can get hella weird. Thanks for watching.